Catching yourself where you're on your breathing and everything's hunky-dory, and then maybe one breath and maybe 100 breaths, but then you find yourself out thinking. And of course, thoughts have many different types of thoughts. Some thoughts are just very kind of airy or not too potent, and it's easy to draw yourself away. Draw yourself back to the breath. And it's really, meditation is really that process of constantly going back and forth. The meditation that you're getting while you're breathing is meditation. But don't fool yourself into thinking when you catch yourself on your thought that all of a sudden you're not meditating. It's actually that process of going away and coming back. I mean, that is the core of the meditative experience. And especially in the beginning when your mind is churned up and just it's just really hard to stay with thought. And it's very rich, you know, even in the earliest stages of meditation, even with dealing with all the discomfort and just the newness of the experience. It's actually a beautiful thing, and it needs to be appreciated in all the stages. But as a beginner, you're really contacting such powerful qualities and the newness of it. And this will be your early stages will always be kind of your reference points as you go back, not something to hold on to, but something that's part of your direct experience and how you share with others as we relate and as we carry through our lives and our experience. And if you're a more experienced meditator, you know, you have those earlier moments to look back on, and also just this constant deepening, enriching of the path and the quality. And shamatha is an extremely rich and deep practice. It's not something you just do and then you just chafe off like some kind of dead skin as you advance into some kind of higher practitioner level. It's something that stays with you and that you need to continue to cultivate, because it becomes the basis of your stability and understanding of any type of meditation, no matter what you take on or what you do in life, and the ability to concentrate. If you don't have control over what's going on in your mind, you're not going to have control over the physical realm or the things that you do. And that's why it's so important to really contact and work with this experience. So I don't want to get too much into the actual meditation practice per se, because I'm not here as an expert on meditation. My own practice, I've been practicing a little over 5 years, actually a little under 5 years, and it's developing. And there's been times where it's almost felt stagnant and where I wasn't developing, and it's been a very rich path for me personally in these 5 years, and I've had a lot of contact with myself in a way that I wasn't getting prior to the meditation. You know, there's very experiential quality, and I wouldn't want to fill you up with words and experience and rob you of your own ability to come into direct contact with that. So I challenge you and I offer to you to search out or if you have already done so, to reconnect or regather or continue or just tighten up where you're at in terms of your path and share with me. There's a lot of community that I can develop from our personal experiences and give people an opportunity to understand or acknowledge where they are with their own practices without getting too analytical. We tend to maybe, as these thinking beings, overthink the experience, and we have to also leave a lot of room for just having the experience and then letting it go and understanding that the energy of it still holds with us and still a part of us. We don't need to hold it up in front of us all the time, suspending in the air like I am this or I experienced this, but more of a quality of, yes, I've had that experience, and it has these textures, it has these flavors that I deepened the experience, and now here I am having another experience, or experiencing the experience and then letting it go. So basically what you're going to begin to see as you allow yourself to work with sitting meditation and the concept of connecting to your own inherent basic goodness is an experience of it that's not on a conceptual level or something that has been told to you, it becomes something much more than that. It becomes something that you feel inside. It's just a way that you're touching in with your heart and how you relate to everyone around you. And it starts as this very personal journey, but then as it opens up, the flowering or blossoming of you and your understanding of it, it becomes something that you don't want to hold away from others, as if it's some personal possession that you own and that you're not here to share. I think as you build out of that, you start to see that beyond this fear is this first step of coming out of your shell is this sense of fearlessness and this sense that you can handle the world and you can handle the challenges of being alive and you can handle the irritations or situations that come up and you can handle the exhilaration and the joy without getting completely knocked off your horse. I mean, it's all accessible there, and you want to have the ability to share. And the other thing is you want to maintain this light touch. You want to have a sense of humor. One does not want to get too heavy-handed with their knowledge or experience and grasp onto it in a way that you feel like you're just grinding down a situation. You know, you need to constantly be warding off that or keeping an eye on your treasury of basic goodness. You know, we're not jailers, we're not security guards, we're not policemen in this context, and certainly not a judge or jury either. This is not the kind of judicial law-making, moralistic pouncing on life experience. We're talking more about being in the flow of it and experiencing it and allowing it to touch us and soften us and open us. And you do need a sense of humor, you need a light touch. And not a sense of humor when I'm saying like, ha ha ha, I just made a joke. But just a sense of appreciation. You know, ability to kind of slow down a little and feel that penetrating quality of the world around us. So that's what I wanted to offer. Is my second installment is just kind of venture out and give you a little piece of the actual sitting meditation instruction and a feel of what we're working with or what we're identifying and what this concept that the Vidyadhara brought forth of basic goodness and also how it relates to bodhicitta in the more Buddhist context. In that way, they're very parallel. I think the approach is very different, though, when you look at an enlightened society or a Shambhala context, where it's very much geared towards experiencing and being out in the world and teaching and learning those techniques and how we can constantly relate with that and build up the energy to contact our lives and ourselves and the outgrowth that we experience from there. So, you know, once again, I think it's great to continue along on this path, this journey, this exploration together. I got some feedback from a couple people, and it seems like there's definitely some eyes and ears out there that are being woken up to it. And it'd be interesting to see if some of the people that already haven't been in contact with that kind of arrive at the doorstep and provide whatever kind of insights and backgrounds and understanding that they have. So we will continue this exploration, and we'll see where it takes us. And as I did last time, and I will do for the rest of the talks, I will read you another little piece from the book. This is actually jumping into chapter 3. This is page 42 in my edition. This is when we speak of basic goodness, we're not talking about having allegiance to good and rejecting bad. Basic goodness is good because it's unconditional or fundamental. It's there already, in the same way that heaven and earth are there already. We don't reject our atmosphere. We don't reject the sun and the moon, the clouds, the sky. We accept them. We accept the sky is blue. We accept the landscape and the sea. We accept highways and built cities. Basic goodness is that basic, that unconditional. It's not a for or against view, in the same way that sunlight is not for or against. The natural law and order of this world is not for or against. Fundamentally, there is nothing that either threatens us or promotes our point of view. The 4 seasons occur free from anyone's demand or vote. Hope and fear cannot alter the seasons. There is day, there is night. There is darkness at night and light during the day. And no one has to turn on a switch or on and off. There's a natural law and order that allows us to survive. That's basically good. Good in that it is there and it works. And it is efficient. By this merit may all attain omniscience. May it defeat the enemy wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. From the ocean of samsara may I free all beings. By the confidence of the golden sun of the great East, may the lotus garden of the regnant wisdoms bloom. May the dark ignorance of all sentient beings be dispelled. May all beings enjoy profound, brilliant glory.